Yo, what up guys? Welcome back to the shop. Wanted to just do a quick channel update and talk about some different things we have going on. So here we go. All right, so I didn't put out a video this past weekend. I actually took last week off of work, had some friends and family come into town, so it was just kind of chilling. So yeah, there wasn't a video that got put out. So this is just gonna be one of those shop talk videos. It's not gonna be as long as the previous ones, but I do have a lot of content coming. Tomorrow I'm starting this walnut shoe rack thing for a closet with a hang rod above and stuff. It's kind of a quick little build, but it'll be fun. And then spray booth for the spray room is coming, supposed to come Wednesday. So we definitely will do a video on that and getting it all set up. Hopefully it's not too difficult to put together, but it should be really sick. I am really excited about that. Other than that, the channel is actually doing really well. That last video I posted, like not this weekend that just passed, the weekend before, on spraying, I think it's got like 14,000 views on it, which is the most of any of my videos on my channel, so that's pretty sick. It's cool to see a video like that doing well and a lot of good feedback and stuff like that, so thank you guys for watching. And that's another thing I kind of wanted to talk about, was just the YouTube and my YouTube experience in general so far. Obviously, it's only been a few months. I don't have a ton of videos on my channel, but I wish I started with YouTube sooner. A lot of you guys probably follow me on Instagram. If you don't, head over and give me a follow over there. But I've been posting on Instagram for years and always wanted to do YouTube, but just never really did it. A couple of years ago, I posted a few videos. I didn't keep going with it, obviously. So, but the thing I really like about YouTube, rather than like Instagram reels and stuff like that, although I do like making some reels and stuff like that, and it's been fun over the years, it's very hard to get a point across, especially if you're trying to do informative stuff in those really short form videos. So the long form videos are definitely more fun to make. Another thing about the YouTube that I really like is I like sitting down to edit like the longer videos. So that's the reason I do the videos and stuff, is because I like to do it. I like to make stuff. That's why I like what I do with the woodworking, cabinet making and stuff like that. I like to make stuff, and making videos I've always kind of been into. I am by no means a professional. I have not gone to school for it or anything like that. I took some video production classes in high school, but like that's the extent of it. But it's always been something I've been into, and it's kind of fun. So that's why I really do it, because I just like to create. And so yeah, it's fun, and I'm really liking the feedback I'm getting on YouTube. People seem to be liking the content and asking questions and interacting, which is really cool. And again, I hope that none of my videos come off like this is the only way, this is the best way, the easiest way, and all that. I don't want it to come across like that. Just showing my process. Excited to be back in the shop this week and get back to it. It's always nice to take a break, but then it's always nice to get back at it because I like what I do. I did put up a post on Instagram to get some questions to answer, and I only put it up, I don't know, an hour and a half ago. So we don't have a ton of questions, but we'll answer the ones that we got. Which spray booth did you get? So it's a company down in Texas. They're called Kayco Spray Booths. It's Kayco, and they make smaller booths like I got, and then they make big industrial booths, and they're all custom made. They don't have them like sitting in a warehouse. They kind of make everything to order. So I called them up. I had seen somebody on Instagram actually who had one. So I called them up, talked to the guy on the phone, told him about my space, told him what I'm spraying, all that. And he did a drawing for me and said, this is what will be good for you. And yeah, so I ordered it. And they seem like a legit company. So yeah, I'm really excited to get that thing. Do you ever get painting, bridging in the shadow gap of doors? And if so, how do you address it? Well, I address it by not getting that, by breaking that inside edge before I glue up the door. I did run into issues with this in the past. I had a big kitchen job and it was like an OG profile, and I didn't break that edge, and I sprayed the doors with lacquer. And lacquer especially is very brittle and likes to crack. And after, I don't know, about a year, and I did get some bridging there, and after about a year, I did get some cracking along the, that joint where the door profile meets the panel, and I had to go back and fix it. I kind of broke that with a knife and then had to sand it and respray some of them, and yeah, not fun. Don't want to deal with that because that's just a nightmare. You don't want to have to go back and do that. So I break the edge. I do want to get, because you can get shaper cutters with a little round over on them, and some of them come with the round overs like super big. I don't want like a big shadow line there. I just want a nice small reveal, which I'm able to get with the sandpaper and breaking the edge, but it's another step and kind of a pain in the butt. Before you glue up the door, you got to take a sanding block and sand that inside edge. So what I'm gonna do is, like my shaker set, I have a freeborn shaker set. I'm gonna take it to my guy that sharpens my blades and everything and see if he can just put a little, just break that inside edge on the cutters, so that I don't have to do it by hand. Got some more questions rolling in. What is your estimating quote process like? I think I kind of addressed this in another video. I hate talking about pricing stuff. Everybody's pricing and estimating thing is going to be different depending on your market, your clients, your prices of materials, all that stuff. I kind of do a linear foot price and then add more for drawers and stuff like that. So that's, yeah. What should I buy first to help build doors better? A drum sander or a shaper? That's a tough one. I guess it depends on what kind of planer you have. If you have a helical head planer that your parts come out of pretty nice and clean, maybe you want a shaper first, because sanding, after you glue up your doors, the sanding will be minimal. As long as your setup is good and everything's nice and flush, because it's a helical head and parts usually come out of the planer pretty nice. So maybe you want a shaper first. But the drum sander is also really nice too. I guess it depends on what your price point and budget are. I've never had one of those smaller drum sanders. I know some people who have, like the little open-ended ones with the small motor on them, and I've heard that they're just very slow and just takes forever. So if you don't have a big budget, your best bet may be to get a shaper and get going with that. Like my drum sander is a dual drum, 7.5 horsepower, so it moves material through pretty quick. So yeah, I guess it depends on what your budget is. I used to make doors with my planer, and then I just had a router table, and I made all my doors like that. I have a ton of cope and stick router sets. What percentage of your work is direct to client versus through designer, architect, GC? So most of my work is through one builder actually. And then I would say 25%, maybe I guess, it all depends. Like last year, probably 25% of my work was from like direct with homeowners. Those jobs are nice. It's really nice to work direct with some homeowners, but it's also like the one builder that I work for, we've been working together for years and everything is just smooth. He knows what to expect from me. I know what I'm getting from him, and we just kind of have a good working relationship. How do you make your wide end panels? They look like 1.5 to 2 inches thick. So whatever my end panel is, I miter on the front edge 1.5 inch piece so that it looks thicker, because it definitely looks better than just like 1 inch or 3/4, whatever the thickness of your panel is. And then I actually put another return on the inside of that goes back, because that goes to the floor, and then the toe kick butts into that. How about an Eagles banner? This one just came in. How about, no. My Cowboys banner, if you've noticed, still has not made it up in the new shop yet. We're still recovering from last season, but definitely not an Eagles banner. That's for sure. That's it. That's all I got. Appreciate you guys watching. If you have questions, comments, anything like that, leave them down below. And like, comment, subscribe, all that good fun stuff. And we'll see you in the next video, which will be coming out later this week. But it'll be a build video, because I know those are more entertaining than this. But I wanted to give you guys an update and tell you that I appreciate y'all. And thank you for following along and watching and all that good stuff. Lots more to come. Peace.